do's and don'ts of bounty hunting in Sunset Riders. Sunset Riders is an iconic side-scrolling shoot-'em-up arcade game that plunges players into the wild, untamed West as a bounty hunter chasing down dangerous outlaws. Your job isn't just about fancy shooting; it's about strategy, timing, and making the right moves in chaotic situations. Whether you're a seasoned gunslinger or new to the rodeo, here's a guide to the do's and don'ts of bounty hunting in Sunset Riders. Do pick your character wisely. Each bounty hunter has different attributes that can give you an edge in certain situations. The four characters in Sunset Riders, Steve, Billy, Bob, and Cormano, may all be armed to the teeth, but their weapons behave differently. Billy and Steve, armed with revolvers, these two have rapid-fire capabilities, which are perfect for taking out enemies in large numbers quickly. Bob and Cormano, their shotguns have a wider spread, making them ideal for taking out enemies that swarm or pop up in groups. Tip: if you're playing solo, the speed and range of Billy or Steve may be more effective, but if you're in multiplayer, Bob and Cormano can cover wider areas, making them indispensable in team play. Don't forget about dodging. As much fun as it is go when guns blazing, Sunset Riders is a game where enemy fire can come from all directions. Dodging is essential to staying alive. This means knowing when to jump over bullets or slide under them. Enemies shoot fast, and failing to evade attacks will result in a quick game over. Jumping. Mastering the jump is crucial, especially when you're in boss fights, when your enemies may shoot from both ground level and elevated platforms. Sliding. A slide move will not only avoid incoming fire, but also will allow you to close in on enemies quickly. Use it to dodge and surprise them. Bosses like Simon Greedwell and El Greco will bombard you with attacks, so always stay mobile. Standing still in this game is as good as riding your own bounty. Do use power-ups. Throughout your journey, you'll find power-ups that can turn the tide in battle. These include weapon upgrades like the double revolver shot power-up, which grants you the ability to shoot two bullets at once, doubling your firepower. Double shot. This power-up is a must. Not only does it give you extra firepower, but also it increases your chances of survival in tougher levels. Horseback sequences. During these sections, always aim to grab the upgrades along the way. These sequences are fast-paced, and being underpowered will make things infinitely harder. If you find a power-up, but while facing heavy enemy fire, it's often worth the risk. Grab it, and your short-term vulnerability will pay off with long-term firepower. Don't waste time shooting every enemy. The temptation is to shoot every single enemy is strong, but Sunset Riders punishes players who get distracted. The game is built around moving forward at a fast pace, and if you spend too much time clearing out enemies that don't pose a direct threat, you might find yourself overwhelmed by reinforcements. Focus on high-value targets. In each level, the bosses and mini-bosses are the ones with bounties on their heads. The regular enemies, they're just obstacles. Prioritize the path that leads to your target. The time is of the essence. Certain sections have environmental hazards like runaway cattle, exploding barrels, and falling debris. If you delay, these dangers become more difficult to manage. Keep moving forward. The more time you waste, the more enemies flood the screen. In boss fights, ignore the henchmen if it means taking out the main threat faster. Do memorize boss patterns. Each outlaw in Sunset Riders comes with their own unique attack patterns, and figuring these out is the key to the survival. From Simon Greenwell's shotgun blast to Chief Wigwam's tomahawk throws, each boss requires a different strategy. Watch for telegraphed attacks. Most bosses give subtle hints before they attack. Look for tells like arm movements or precision shifts. These will help you anticipate when and where the next strike is coming from. Prioritize survival over damage. Sometimes it's better to dodge and wait out the attack cycle than go for extra damage. You might be tempted to squeeze in a few extra shots, but reckless aggression can get you killed. Tip: boss fights are endurance tests. Take your time and learn their attack sequences, and don't be afraid to play defensively at first. Don't forget the multiplayer synergy. Sunset Riders truly shines in multiplayer. When up to 4 players, communication is key to surviving the chaotic action on screen. But multiplayer also brings out its own set of challenges. Divide and conquer. Split up to cover different areas of the screen. Having all 4 players focus on one area can easily be vulnerable to surprise attacks and enemies spawning from other directions. Use complementary characters. In co-op mode, it is a good idea to have a mix of characters with different weapons. For example, one player using Steve's rapid-fire revolver, while another uses Carmano's shotgun to ensure maximum damage. Tip: when fighting bosses in multiplayer, spread out and coordinate your movements. You'll be able to avoid attacks more easily and deal more damage from multiple angles. Conclusion: Sunset Riders may be an old-school arcade game, but its fast-paced action and challenging gameplay make it a timeless classic. Whether you're riding into town solo or with friends, following these do's and don'ts will help you survive the harsh world of bounty hunting and bring those outlaws to justice. Remember to stay mobile, use the power-ups wisely, and work as a team to take down the toughest foes the Wild West can throw at you.